Hi guys, my name is Shahar and I have a Bachelor of Finance and also work in finance, and here is my channel and I'm here to read the news for you and give you like a financial review. Start off with on a macro level, there's tariffs. It's an article on the Wall Street Journal called Trump Tariffs, and more. And essentially it's really fun, title, sketchy. But what happened was President Trump has imposed 10 to 12.5% tariffs on countries, on 60 countries. And what that essentially means is any imports that hits the United States, the importer would have to pay 10 to 12.5% upfront tax to the U.S. government for importing these products, whatever it is. And these products, including many different industries and products and a wide range of things. So it's really hard to keep track of. But another thing is Trump also imposed a 25% tariffs on Brazil, and it's really huge because we import a lot of products, agricultural products from Brazil, like coffee, oranges, and many other stuff. And that 25% tariffs will be paid by the U.S. importer, like no matter what paying it. Whoever buys that gets it and the import just get it here to the United States. When you go to pick it up, they have to pay 10%, 25% in the case if it's coming from Brazil. The biggest thing here is the motor vehicle and parts 25% tariffs. So this tariffs will be charged to all U.S. manufacturers, like any car part or cars that enter the United States will be, not all of them, any parts or motor vehicles will enter the United States will be paid 25% tariff based on that section right here. And that creates a lot of problem because it creates a lot of problem for U.S. manufacturers here. Obviously, I've worked for one, I've seen it a lot. The thing is here, a lot of parts that cross back and forth the borders, they be assembled in Mexico and they come over here to be like finally put together, and then some of them go to Canada or like however like the logistics behind it works. Some of the parts might be tariffed twice, and some of the parts will be exempt. Like you don't know what parts will be tariffs, what parts will be exempt, and that will create a lot of risks. Before the risk, that creates a lot of complicated things for like you logistically, and raises a lot of risk because like suppliers will pay the tariffs and then they'll charge it to their customers, and their customers, whoever like their customer is they will have to pass down the cost and or eat it from their margins. And it's already like very difficult in the automotive manufacturing industry. And if you talk to any of the people that work there, they would tell you the same thing. And you have a lot of inflation costs, but in terms of risks, that it will have increased logistics, supply chain risk, logistics risks, and it will create a lot of volatility and uncertainty, which produces a lot of which increases cost because you have like inventory risk, increases cost of like holding costs, increases a lot of things. So this in itself will make things more expensive on its own without the inflation pressures from the oil, from the Middle East crisis right now, and the geopolitical issues, and also like the financial handling of the United States national debt. So right there at 39 trillion or something, it's increasing, and the federal fund rate is already really high, and it's really complicated a lot of things for people. So this tariff does not help no one at all. It has good intention behind it, like all these blanket tariffs to revive the manufacturing in the United States, but it's not good on itself. On its own, it's not good. Why? Because we depend on other countries to get all of this other stuff to here to the United States and to manufacture and work with it, or to like, raw material, finished goods, semi-finished goods, semiconductors, all this stuff. We cannot just make it overnight. We need like manufacturing, we need the expertise, we need the engineering, we need many different things to be able to manufacture, and we cannot just turn it all in the engine and start making stuff overnight. It's not gonna happen. So this is on the tariffs. My thoughts on it, I already said some of the tops.